Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be going through my super chunky March journal because, yes, finally March is over. It's been a really long month, you guys. Let's get into it. So, let's see. Day one. Oh, this is the day I got my logo stamp. Here it is. In the mail. I came down to work out. I brought the dog with me. And then, because everybody was still sleeping, and I said I regretted it. I was so tired when I was done. I was so tired. I took everything in me to bring him back up the steps. The kid had D&D, so I didn't have to cook. My dad ate leftovers. I ordered Qdoba. Now, I love Qdoba. Oh, freaking lights. Now, I love Qdoba, but my local Qdoba sucks. So when I order takeout, I have to make sure I get it from the other one, not the one that's right down the street. I got my money back, though. And I forgot to send my boyfriend his lunch. Oh, it was a long, long month. My kid came in to see if I would check out classes with him. He applied for summer 2025 start at the local community college. He decided on environmental science as his major. So that happened, but now he's got to start looking for a car, guys. He still doesn't have a car. This has been like me constantly saying all month long, you got to get a car. How are you going to get to school if you do not get a car? It's been like this whole thing. All right. Oh, God, this was the day of the Nikes, you guys. Google them, okay? Nike Rejuvenate. If you don't know what they are, you Google them. Well, they're supposed to help with recovery. And this is the month before my boyfriend's Brooks that he wears to work were shot, and he didn't realize it till it was too late, and then he was in a lot of pain. So we went on this whole thing looking for these Nikes. The only place that had them was Foot Locker, and they only had them in this, like, they call them brown. They look more like champagne to me, and in the store they looked white. And he was like, no, I don't want these white sneakers. Well, you can't find them anywhere unless people are reselling them, and they're reselling them for $150 and they're $70 shoes. So he didn't want these white ones, though they're brown. Now that he wears them all the time, you can tell that they're not white. But we looked everywhere and couldn't find these Nikes anywhere in his size. So we ended up going back to Foot Locker, and he bought the champagne colored ones. So he wears them every single day that he's not at work. He loves them. So there you go. Fun fact. If you're having feet problems, though, right now, the sizes are limited. Limited in sizes. But keep an eye out. He's still looking for a second pair. That's how much he loves these shoes. The dog was not feeling good, of course. And he had a vet appointment to get his nails trimmed. We went to a grocery store for fried chicken for dinner and stopped and got hot dogs at Potts. Yep. That's all we really did. It was a day off for my boyfriend, so. Alright, let's see. I said I feel like so much happened today, but it really didn't. We went to Kohl's to return the sneakers that my mom got me. She got me sneakers and they did not fit. And to return the Crocs sneakers. Yes, Crocs make sneakers, and my boyfriend bought them to try, and they were horrible, so he had to return those. I found a cake stand, you guys. I've been wanting a cake stand to put when I bake, to put stuff on. And I didn't want to pay for a cake stand, but I found one from Food Network on clearance at Kohl's. It was down from $70 to $13.88. I got the boyfriend a Darth Vader mug for 74 cents and a heart dish for my mom for 29 cents. And then we went to Michael's. I needed beads to make my mom a remote page turner strap like I made for myself. And I made potato pancakes from leftovers for lunch. So it was a Wednesday because the boyfriend went to work. So this was a Wednesday. All right. I had a horrible headache since 3 a.m. Skipped working out. Can't bring myself to work out. Oh, the boyfriend brought me a large Coke and McDonald's fry. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but on TikTok there are girls that swear that's the only thing that gets rid of their headache. By the way, it actually helped. And having a migraine wears me out, so I did nothing but listen to an audiobook. All right. After a day after laziness, I have all the energy. I worked out, made scones, made rolls to try out a new recipe, emptied the dishwasher, washed the dishes, put away the laundry. And yes, I'm just talking about how my foot is still numb. I read 2 books, I made scones. And there's my cake dish, my cake plate. So nice. The kid had D&D, so I told my dad we can have whatever he wanted. He wanted Red Lobster. I said, that's fine. This is when the boyfriend called me to let me know he was returning his sneakers. What brand did he buy? New Balance. And they were not exactly the best, and they were comfortable, but they made noises. The one clicked like he was wearing high heels. I read 2 books. This one I listened to on audio. Okay. Oh, here's my son's cat. I was in helping my kid, and I took a picture of the cat. Also, I got new baskets. This is what my table looked like before. Every basket was different. I hated it, and then I bought a set of baskets, and now it looks so much cleaner and so much nicer. So I did that on this day. The neighbor is running for city council, so he asked me if I would sign. My dad came in and asked me, since I'm a registered Democrat, if I would sign the paperwork for him. I was like, yeah, I'll sign, I don't care. I didn't make dinner. My son went out with his dad for a late lunch. I said I only got an 11-minute workout today. The dog was barking and I had enough. I was like, just give me time to work out. Yep. All right. After I took the last week off from crafting, I went downstairs immediately to start crafting. We went to Sam's Club. The boyfriend wanted PlayStation cards because he had to pay his yearly PlayStation whatever. I made lasagna. He made me make homemade ricotta. Not worth it, by the way. Making homemade ricotta for lasagna, not worth it. For something else, yes. I made rolls. Again, it's the best roll recipe. If I can remember, I'll link it down below. It is really the best roll recipe I've made. And we got banana splits from this new ice cream place that's up the street from us. And you guys, it was the biggest banana split I've ever had in my life. It weighed 2 banana splits in the bag weighed as much as, it was so heavy. I don't understand how they got so much into such a small container. All right, I read The Woman in the Cabin. We went to Yummy Bowl with his mom. She had never been and she wanted to go to Yummy Bowl, so we went to Yummy Bowl. And we went to Dick's. I did get a pair of Hoka's. So, I wasn't planning on buying any, but they were on clearance. They were down $36, so. And my mother-in-law ended up buying them for me. She would not take no for an answer. So we went to TJ Maxx afterwards, and then we went to Yummy Bowl. And the boyfriend got catnip because the cat is so mean to my boyfriend, and we don't know why. So he got catnip, and now the cat loves him. It's so funny. So if your cat is mean, buy catnip and go in, give it catnip every day for a few days, and then all of a sudden it loves you. Seriously. It was the funniest thing. So we made a quick trip to Aldi just for snacks for the dog and chips for the kid. He went to Yummy Bowl with his friends this day. Yeah, I forgot to eat, so I ended up having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that night. Here's a list of everything I had to do. I did read another book. I listened to this book on audio. I got right to work this morning with a list of things to do. Took a break to work out. The boyfriend brought Taco Bell for lunch because I was starving because I didn't eat the night before. I was intermittent fasting, and let me tell you, I'm not doing it anymore. And then I used my favorite dinner roll recipe, added some more sugar into the rolls, and made cinnamon rolls. They were really good. We got Subway. Here's the dog, sleeping, taking up my entire bed. He's such an idiot. Oh, this is the day we got a call from the shower company, you guys. They were coming out. Everything was ready. They wanted to make an appointment. And this was Friday, I believe. They came out on Monday. But it was this whole thing of then getting everything out of the way, emptying out the bathroom, emptying out the shower, and nobody could shower. You couldn't shower for 3 days. But, whatever. So I ordered a shelf. We have a shelf in the garage that holds, cases of water for my dad. We drink out of a 5-gallon, one of those 5-gallon, water cooler things with a pump on top. That's what we drink out of. My dad likes water bottles. That is what it is. So he has a shelf where he keeps that and his other drinks on and stuff like garbage bags and stuff in the garage. Well, I wanted one for the back porch, so I ordered one for the back porch because it was on sale. It was 30% off. So I also made a list of everything that needed to be done for Monday. So this was Saturday, yeah, it must have been Saturday. I said I have a bit of the sads. It's okay though. I acknowledge it. I started rewatching old seasons of Big Brother, you guys. I started with season 8 because I think season 8 is like when things started to change on Big Brother. If you're a fan of Big Brother, let me know if you agree with me on that. And then, sorry, my allergies are really bad today, by the way, to the point that my teeth hurt, and they've hurt all night. It is early. I got up at 7 o'clock to come down here. It's early because I couldn't sleep because my teeth hurt. Also, let me know down below if you watch Big Brother and you miss the days where they pulled keys. I'm rewatching and I'm like, oh, I miss the days where they pulled keys, the anticipation, the tenseness of pulling keys. I miss it so much. I wish they would go back to pulling keys. Okay, so this was Sunday, or yes, so this was Sunday. I worked out, turned my mattress, changed my sheets, did a whole bunch of stuff. Made chicken cutlets, which is like my favorite thing to make now. They're so easy. And if you don't know how to make chicken cutlets the easy way, you're missing out. Oh, I realized that my foot starts slipping to the side in my shoes. So my foot was irritated, and I couldn't figure out why my foot is like sliding to the side in my sneakers. So I did some research, and basically, since I don't walk barefoot anymore after my surgery, my foot is weak. So I started walking barefoot, and it's actually helped improve it a little bit. So this is a list of everything I had to do till Monday. And then this was Monday. This was St. Patty's Day. They came to start the shower install. They got here around 8. He had 90% of the demo done in 20 minutes, you guys. The only thing he had left to demo was the actual cast iron tub. Then it was a lot of banging to break the cast iron tub. He ended up here until about 5:30, which was later than he was supposed to be here. But I think it took him longer it was one guy, you guys, one guy. And it took him longer, I think, to get out the cast iron tub than he thought. But when he left on day 1, everything was demoed. The new floor was in, the ceiling piece was in, the top sides of it were in, and it was all ready to put in. The new plumbing was in, and it was all ready to put in on the sides up for the next day. My kid finished his paperwork for his transcripts and his FAFSA, and they went to Aldi after my kid got off of work for something for dinner because it was St. Patty's Day. I had everything for St. Patty's Day, but I was not making it on Monday because of the shower going in, and it was just too much. So I made it the next day, and here's our new shower. You guys, look how good it looks. They did such an amazing job, and I will tell you now, I didn't tell you before, but I will tell you now, we ended up going with bath fitter. We ended up going with bath fitter because A, it's all acrylic, B, everything is one piece. The whole 3 sides of the shower are one piece, molded, one piece. He brought it in, it's all together. Everything is lifetime warranty, the lifetime of even me owning the house. They put that in there. As long as I own this house, there's a lifetime warranty on everything from the caulking to the shower head. Everything is a lifetime warranty. If there's any problems, we call them immediately. They come out. If we need to recaulk, they come out. If the shower head breaks, they come out and replace the shower head. And they did it in 2 days, and the guy was great. Everything got cleaned up. He was chill with the dogs. Everything was great. They did an amazing job. But it makes the rest of the bathroom look bad. It did. Made the rest of the bathroom look bad. As you could tell, we have yellow and green tiles. They're yellow and avocado green, like a buttery yellow. And then our walls I had painted 2 years ago to match. So yeah, it made the rest of the place. But then we couldn't shower yet, by the way. We had to wait an entire day yet to shower for the silicone caulking to completely cure. But I highly recommend them. All right, so I went to Yummy Bowl on this day. Don't judge me. My neighbor wanted to go. I seem to go with all the people who've never gone before. That's who I go to Yummy Bowl with. So my neighbor wanted to take me to Yummy Bowl as a thank you for helping her with her Cricut projects all the time. I got up early on this day, went downstairs, then went to Yummy Bowl with a neighbor. The kid headed out with his friend for a hike. I did a 30-minute workout after getting the garbage out. My dad told me to order dinner. He had me order him 2 burgers. He's like, I want 2 burgers. And then he's like, yeah, I don't know why I wanted 2 burgers. It's like, what are you doing? You're never going to eat that. That's okay, though. My boyfriend ate it the next day. We went to Lowe's to pick out a new vanity. We found one that was all white, came with the sink and the faucet, and was really nice. And then we picked out a few samples of flooring that we brought home and put in the bathroom to see which one we like. So we all chose the same flooring. My kid brought me a large fry and a Dr. Pepper. And I was playing Planet Coaster. My boyfriend bought Planet Coaster, and I was playing for hours before I realized it. By the way, that ended quickly. I rearranged the kitchen and got rid of the carpet that was shot in the kitchen. I listened to that on audiobook. I said some days I get a bug up my butt and want to do all the things. Today was one of those days. Brought up my summer clothes because I need summer pajamas and shorts. It was warm for a few days, and then it stopped being warm. And then the past few days it's been warm again. But now it's going back to being cold, which sucks. Also, these are delicious, but they're expensive. They're the Whitman s'mores. Never heard of them. Found them scrolling on Amazon. They're so good. Okay, I got a lot of things done today. Things I don't think about on the daily. I did my dad's laundry and bedding, a 30-minute workout. I moved the stove to clean for the first time. Don't judge me. I hate moving the stove to clean. It is the worst thing ever. However, if I would have known this one was on wheels and that the cord was long enough. Our old one was not on wheels and the cord was short. So I would have to wiggle it out and then slip in between a tiny space to unplug it to get it out farther. It was such a pain. This one was not, and I'm so mad that I didn't know it was this easy until now. It's on wheels and the cord is super long. Like, I could move it really far out before I'd have to unplug it. I made my dad and I haddock for dinner because the kid had D&D. Oh, this is on the wrong day. This is on the wrong day. Let me write that in there. This should have been on this day. I had the wrong day written down on the back. I'm not taking them out. So I'm just going to write a note. And this pen is dying. All of my pens have died. Seriously. So I made pork belly burnt ends the next day. And you just take pork belly and cut them up into pieces. And I did a dry rub on them and baked them low and slow for 3 hours in the oven. And then coated them with barbecue sauce afterwards. They were so good. And I made those with fried rice. So my dad said he can't find anything in the drawers. So I said, what are you even looking for? He said, measuring cups. I had to buy one. I said, well, they're not. And that's because you don't know to open a cabinet and look. I was so mad. And then he said he couldn't find his peeler. I said, for what, the one time you use it a year? Yeah, I'm mean. I don't care. I'm the one who cooks. I cook. I cook every single day. He does no cooking. What the hell do you need a peeler for? So I went through and I was like, great, you can't find anything? Great, that means I can throw away all this shit that belongs to you that hasn't been touched since I moved in here. So I went through and got rid of everything. If I didn't touch it in a year, it got chucked. I was done. I said, then he told me he couldn't find his toothpaste. I said, it's right there where it always is. He is a toddler and a man, and so he can't do anything or see anything. It's truth. Sorry Sorry to all the men out there, but that's the truth. So we went on a hunt for a laptop this day. My kid needs a laptop for school. All he has is a gaming PC. He doesn't have he has his phone and a gaming PC. He doesn't have a tablet. He used to when he was younger. He doesn't have a laptop. He used to when he was younger, but he has his gaming PC, so he doesn't need a laptop, but now he needs a laptop for school. So Target had an HP, a nice HP. And a nice, by nice I mean like one for school. That's all he needs it for. Down from $590 to $289. And the local Target said they had 4 in stock. So my kid gave us money. We went and we put it on the Target reloadable card. The reloadable card saves my boyfriend another 5% with his discount. So it saved us 15% on the computer, right? So he loads up the money. They don't have them. You guys, they don't have them. I said, it says you have 4 in stock. We don't have them. Okay, great. So I look it up, and then there's another one, another Target about like 5 miles away that says they have 1 in stock. So we headed over there hoping and praying, because now we can't get this money off of this card, right? So what are we going to do if we can't get the money off this card? We're going to have to buy another computer, and I'm going to have to bite the cost and pay the rest of this another computer. Well, the other Target had 1. It was right there. They had it. We got it. Crisis averted. It ended up being $262 for this computer. So now he has a laptop. But man, was it annoying. This was the day that Sam the Ween had 2 seizures. We didn't know what it was at the time. Also, we went out to lunch, and we just got we got appetizers for lunch. But anyway, we're laying there watching TV, and the whole back half of him starts to convulse. And we thought at first that he was having a dream where he was running. And we woke him up, and it was still happening, and then it finally stopped. And then it happened again, like a minute later, he did it again. And when we were done, he had an erection and 2 balls at the base of his erection, right? He's fixed. So we made an appointment for the vet. He was fine afterwards, though. After about 5 minutes, he was drinking, he was peeing, he was running around looking for food, everything. So we made an appointment for the vet for the next day. But it was scary. So then we went to the vet the next day. And I said the first thing that I learned that the nodding in werewolf paranormal romances is actually basically a real thing. That the 2 lumps are glands, and that it even happens if you're fixed. It can happen. That was basically an excited erection after having a seizure. Basically, when a male dog and a female dog get it on, those 2 lumps keeps them hooked up until it's done. So, you guys, did you know that? Did you know, like, basically nodding is a real thing? I didn't. I did not. So then we dropped him off, and we went to the DMV because we both needed our my dad and I both needed photos done for our IDs. But the DMV is packed, you guys, because of the stupid real ID. Packed. So I was like, I'm done. So I came home and worked on these canvases for the bathroom. I don't know if maybe I should open them up on my phone so you can see them better. But now since we've had the shower, it echoes like crazy in the bathroom because there's no like cloth to absorb that because it's now a glass shower. So my boyfriend read online that making canvases helps, putting up canvas paintings helps with the echo, and it really does. So I made 3 on this day because 1 got ruined. I ended up making another one, but I don't have a picture of it yet. But here, this one says always a full moon in here. And then 5 stars, would poop here again. And wash your hands, you filthy animal. So I made those. They're so fun. I love them. And they look great in the bathroom. All right. Oh, my kid, he had a dentist appointment this day. I was so mad at him. My ex-mother-in-law texted me because I asked her for her recipe for fettuccine Alfredo. So she texted me that she was at the house if I wanted to come out and get it. She couldn't wait. She hasn't seen me in a while. She wanted to see me. Yes, she likes me more now than she did when we were married, but it is what it is. And I realized that they hadn't left yet, and I I text her. I'm like, did he not come out? Because I told her I wasn't home. I said, did he not come out? She's like, not yet. I'm about to text him again. I called him, and he was sleeping. I'm like, what are you doing? Grandma's out there ready to go to the dentist with you. He ended up having two. Well, she takes him to the dentist. I don't. They've always taken him to the dentist. And once he has his car, he'll be able to take himself, but whatever. But he had two cavities, and they were mirrored cavities in the back inside of his mouth. And he goes, well, you never taught me to brush there. I said, excuse me, sir. Your father taught you to brush your teeth. You brushed your teeth with your father every night. You did not brush your teeth with me. You brushed with your father for your entire life till you were old enough to do it yourself, and we could depend on you to do it. You brushed your teeth with your dad. I taught you absolutely nothing about brushing your teeth, because I wasn't the one who did it. Don't blame me. We went in the morning and got our photos taken at just a photo place. So that's done. I still have to change my name, but I have to change my name on anything. And if you don't know, right now it's impossible to get into the Social Security Administration for me to change my name at the Social Security office. I have to make an appointment. So I have to do that. And then once that's changed, I can go change my ID, but I can't change my ID right now because of the Real ID madness. It's absolutely insane. And then we went to Lowe's to find out why they came to do estimates, why we haven't gotten the estimates yet. So, and then we picked out a paint color, crisp cotton. This was also the day I was able to clean the shower for the first time. We had to wait a week to clean the shower. So I hurt really bad on this day. Ow. Because I painted the bathroom. You guys, I'm too old to get up and down a ladder and paint anymore. I can't do it anymore. I can do the trim and the rolling on the floor. If I'm standing on the ground, I can no longer get up and down the oven. Up and down I read the word oven. Up and down the ladder. But I spackled all the holes. Then I sanded the walls when it was dry. And I sanded the medicine cabinet. Then I cleaned. Then I put on more spackle where it was needed and did the whole thing over again. Then I did the trim. And then up and down the ladder. And then I rolled. And then in between, I stopped and made dinner. It was the longest day. I said, I can't do it anymore. That painting is now on my boyfriend and my kid. I can't do it anymore. I hung up new curtain rods. This was the next day. We got new curtains. So I hung up the curtain rods and curtains this morning, hung the paintings back up, did my dad's laundry, changed my seats. I said, that's all I'm doing. Yesterday killed me. And then Sammy was restless until 4 a.m. because my dad gave him broccoli and he had gas. Then I woke up at 5:46 and then at 7:30. I said, I know when I push my limits, and I pushed my limits. And this is also the day I realized that I did not put in my April videos, because at this point, all my April videos had been filmed. The only thing I hadn't filmed yet are journal with me's, because it's not April yet. Today's April 1st, right? Then I realized that I never had a thing for making Easter cards or my kid and my dad's birthday cards. I made a double batch of crab rangoon on this day. Everybody loves it. That's all I really did. And then I read a book. I read this book. I could not put it down. I loved it. Also, I decided on this day to stop working out until I see the doctor. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, right? I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I hurt my neck, you guys, and it's been hurting for 3 weeks. So I'm like just resting just to make sure I'm okay and that I don't do any more damage to myself. Got up early to film a video, finished the last canvas. Oh, and I came down, I forgot my light had fallen down, so that one video has really bad lighting. I apologize now for it. But I didn't feel it. It wouldn't stay up, and I was over it. I ended up later on zip tying it to the drop ceiling, so it's up there now. We went to Produce Junction. This is a produce place down the street from me. I really wanted a fruit salad, and that's the best place to get any kind of produce is at this place. It's so inexpensive, and it was amazing. The strawberries were so good. Everything was really good. We went to Five Below, and we went to Kohl's to get the Dachshund solar light. We went to Burlington to find the Wiener Dog bag and wallet. I only found the wallet. And we went to Aldi for stuff for dinner. And that was my day, my week, my month. That was March. It was a long month, you guys. I'm exhausted. Honestly, I'm so tired. I'm so glad it's over. I can put this away. It's so big and chunky. I'm so tired of it. It's just huge, and I can't wait to put it away and not have to look at it. I'm going to take something and do the best I can to wrap it around to keep it. I never made anything for it, but I'm sure I can find something to wrap around so it doesn't stay popped open. But that was it. March was long. Hopefully April won't be as long. Fingers crossed. Alright, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button. It really helps me out, you guys, if you hit the like button. And if you subscribe, that also helps me out. Any kind of interactions puts me in the algorithm. And if I'm not in the algorithm, people don't see my videos. So, and I work hard to bring you all kinds of content. So it's just a little bit of a help. And it's a thumbs up is a free way to give me support. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.